Okay, I was hurt at work. I cut my arm just below my elbow. And when it first happened, I went to the emergency room and they paid that bill with a credit card. I went and got my stitches out and they paid that with a company credit card. And they said if I had any trouble to come back, especially if I started hurting up into my armpit. Well, when I started having pain, because I was told not to lift nothing heavy, but the manager said you either do what I say or, you're fired. So when I started having real bad pains and I went to him, he told me that I wasn't going to get any workers' comp. He said, we're not turning it in. And if you go back to the doctor, it's on you because we're not paying for nothing else.
Okay. What are your thoughts? What kind of...
Well, I'm going to tell you, that's not an unusual occurrence because I get calls like that all the time. Number one, you need to call a lawyer right away because what they're doing is not correct. You have medical benefits for your elbow for the rest of your life, unless when you settle the case, you give those rights up for an extra amount of money. So you have medical benefits for the rest of your life. So you need to go see an attorney so he can represent you and make sure you get taken care of.
Yeah, and Bonnie and everybody else out there needs to know that an employer, after you've been injured on the job and you file a claim for any benefits, medical benefits or any kind of benefit, you need to know that that employer cannot terminate you just because you file a workers' comp claim. That is clear law.
Or even if you got hurt. And don't even, they can't do that.
Yep.
So do you hear a lot of retaliation, where they feel like their workers are taking it out on them, I guess, so to speak, once they've been
Well, it's not unusual for you once you get hurt to feel like you have a bullseye on your back when you go back to work. And I've had a ton of wrongful termination cases.
Yeah.
And even though the law several years ago was written or changed a little bit, there's still viable cases out there.